hello and welcome back to Pulse. I'm Sreenath Sreenivasan and I'm talking to Vikas Khanna, chef, teacher of cooking. Tell us about, you started as you were saying, you started your life again in America, and I'm fascinated by that because immigrants do a lot of that, where they come here and they had real careers, successful careers. They come here. What does it take to make it through? I mean, we might have people watching us who had very successful careers in India or Pakistan or somewhere else and now are watching and say, well, I can be inspired by Vikas's story.
I've always thought that there were two ways of doing anything, the short-term and the long-term gratifications. So when I understood the American system, I thought, first I have to be legal and I have to get my green card and everything working properly. So I got sponsored from the restaurant where I was working. They were very kind enough to sponsor me for my green card.
But when you're standing there as a dishwasher and handing out flyers in the cold and you have no friends or you're just new to this country, did you flash back to the days when you were at the Leela Kempinski or the Taj hotels and your Sheraton? I mean, you were king of of what you were doing, and now here you are. Did you feel like giving up and going home? Did you ever come close to that?
Sometimes.
And how did you get through it?
I got through it because New York has such a positive energy. You see the energy in the people, and you see everyone is trying to do something. Everyone is trying to get hold of something. Everyone is trying. Some people who have a mission, they feel that, whatever you at the present stage, they're always looking forward. They're so optimistic about future. I was lucky that, I was making so many friends too. And even now I have so many friends in the city in that way that, who support me and help me for doing anything I do.
Well, let's tell people what they can, what you are doing. You're teaching cooking, right? And you do a lot of work with philanthropies, with charity work. Tell us about that. Right after the tsunamis, you raised, you had one event where you raised $50,000.
$50,000. I went to these people and I got the space for free. It's a major venue in New York City. It's called Tribeca Rooftop. And they were really nice. They gave me the whole space for free. And then I went to all the major chefs with whom I'd worked at some point of time in my life. All the major 4-star chefs, any great restaurants. So I put the 20 top restaurants of New York City together, and they did a tasting night.
And you raised money that you were
We raised money, $50,000.
That's terrific.
In like 3 hours.
that's great. And you also work with blind children, right?
I do a lot of things which is called Vision of Palate, in which I teach a lot of children the power of palate. I teach them, that a palate is something which is so powerful in the sense of flavors. And I'm doing Indian food, which is generally more aromatic, it's more powerful in flavors. So I make them understand that the differentiations of different spices and the oils and the flavors and the smells. I just got tied up with Helen Keller Institute, and I'll be doing a lot of demonstrations there. And it's just basically to encourage people that, everyone can enjoy food, which is such a major gift of the God.
Sure. And you also do catering work, you said?
I do a lot of catering work.
Right. Because somebody, I'm getting hungry just listening to all this. But and we should, by the way, tell me your favorite recipe. What is your signature dish?
My signature dish, I should not be saying chicken tikka masala because that will be so obvious.
Right.
I love dishes from different regions of the country. I'm very much impressed by Gujarati food, South Indian food, Punjabi food.
Sure.
But I believe that India, all the different regions are such major differences in climates that the cuisines are so different.
So do you combine them, or?
I try to combine them. That's my favorite dish, when I can integrate the country together in some flavors.
Okay.
Like if I'm doing South Indian food, I'll try to use the Punjabi technique to do it or something.
Okay, well that's very interesting. So now, as I said, I'm getting hungry, and I know our audience is as well. Where can people, get you to cater for them if you have the time, if they can afford you, and where can they learn about your classes?
Generally, they can learn about my whole thing, whatever I'm doing, about my free workshops, about my classes.
You give free workshops also?
I give a lot of free workshops to people in New York Public Library.
Sure. So this is Vikas Khanna.
NYC.com.
Vikas Khanna, NYC.com. It's also on the screen here so people can see it. And there they can sign up for classes. They can negotiate with you to, come and run my daughter's Lady Sangeet, the wedding, and all of that. And so you teach at the new school also, right?
I do teach at the new school. Okay. I also have my books. My third book is coming out in a few weeks.
3 books, amazing.
3 books. I have 1 book on Ayurveda. The second book is just on mangoes, all the recipes.
Okay.
even if I can't reach you guys, you can still cook my food at home with my
Okay,
recipes.
that's great. And you can buy the books on your website?
They can buy the books on our website.
Okay, terrific. Well, this is great, and we wish you the very best. And you know, you said you weren't interested in doing a school right away, or working in a restaurant right away. You just want to teach.
I'm working a lot. All my books, every time people are buying my books, it supports Mother Teresa's charities, orphanages all over the world.
That's great. So,
That's
so they can learn all about this on the website. And
Absolutely.
we wish you the very best. You've been watching my conversation with Vikas Khanna, who's chef and teacher of cooking. You can go to vikaskhanna.nyc.com to learn more about him. And of course, you can also go to our website at americandesi.tv. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.